Hey Leo, welcome back. Welcome if you are new. This is going to be your birthday bonus for my Leos. Happy birthday, Leos. We're going to get straight into it. Thank you guys in advance for liking and sharing and commenting, all the things. I appreciate you guys. So everybody, if you'd like to receive a message, just take a deep breath. Set the intention to connect. Let's see what we get. Leo. We've got some resistance to change here. On the bottom or in the unseen, the unconscious, we've got fear. So there's some kind of fear, subconscious fear, underlying fear, fear that perhaps is in the darkness that needs to be looked at here. There needs to be some light shone upon this fear. And this has to do with how you take care of yourself, how you nourish yourself. You could feel, for example, guided to change your diet or your habits in some way, yet there's a feeling of not being able to let go. And how are you going to grow? How are the things that you want supposed to grow if you are holding on to the old? So now is the time to, and we're going to get some more cards, but now is the time to nourish yourself, to feed yourself the things that you need for these ideas and desires to grow. Yeah, because this looks like there's a new idea. She's kicking off an egg. Egg represents change. New ideas. I'm reading the card. It represents, the things that you want, your desires. 35 breaks down to an 8. The reminder of the connection of all things. The infinity. There's something here that you need to accept or need to change. And I feel like it's going to work. It's actually going to work in your favor. Like you creating this change. And I mean, change is a constant, right? It's unavoidable. We can resist all we want, but nothing truly ever stays the same. It's better to prepare for the change and even direct the change by like setting intentions, building your personal power, from the inside out. Let's get some tarot and go a little deeper on this, see what this is all about. Let's move the fear up here so we can see it. Kind of. We're aware of it. Tell me about this change for my Leos. Yeah, it is a need for alignment here. I need to walk away, leave something behind. And there's an awareness here that in doing this and making this change, it's going to bring some kind of happiness. So how can you pull your focus to that happiness, to that outcome that change is going to bring? Because where we where our attention flows, energy goes, right? So instead of placing attention into the resistance or into any fears or into the change itself even, how can you look at the reward? Pull that reward to you and see if we can't have some of that resistance lighten up in moving our vibrational space into that which is more lighthearted, more joyful. Loosen your grip a little bit here. Tell me about this nourishment. Yeah, it's the Judgment card coming out on top of nourishment. We're just going to get rid of the sphere here. We'll place it in the background. We're not getting rid of it per se, but it's back there. We know it's back there, but we're going to let it stay back there. The Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune coming out on top of this nourishment card. Wow. Yeah, so where are you judging? Where are you placing your judgment? Do you hold beliefs that say that you can't let go? Is there a reward that's tying you to this resistance? A lot of times we might have reasons for staying stuck. So what are those reasons? And are they actually still reasonable? This is an inner calling here. It's a turning point. You're being called to step into this new, more fortunate cycle, Leo. And yeah, this feels like a really big turning point. This is something, it feels like on a soul level that it feels like fate. It feels fated. It feels like this is what you came here for. That's what it feels like. It feels big. There's a new phase of awakening taking place here. Judgment sometimes does call for forgiveness. So is there someone you need to forgive? That someone could be you, even. Tell me about this resistance, my Leos. Some of you guys, this could be relationship change. Not everyone. For others, it's about following your heart. This is it feels like a proposal from the universe. Like, yo, here's this pathway. This is what you've been wanting. This is what you deserve. Are you willing to let go of the old to step into the new? The Empress has excellent communication, creative flow. You may need to get a little creative here. But ultimately, this is about your growth. This is about your evolution. This is a new, positive phase of your life that is going to be very fortuitous. I don't know how I say the word. It's going to be to your benefit. Look on the, wow. Yeah, for some of you guys, this could definitely be a relationship. Some of you guys may be called to leave behind an old relationship or one that's just been outdated, one that just doesn't resonate with you anymore. Doesn't have to be though. This could also be, this is crazy that these two cards came up right now. Because this could also be your own divine feminine and masculine coming into balance here, coming into harmony and creating the life that you want to live. However, it definitely could be partners. Look at the partners here. Look at the partners here. And this is a card, it feels generational, like you're passing something really beautiful down. This feels like a big accomplishment. Unification. A lot of emotional energy here. We've got 2 water signs. 3 water signs. And Venus. And Jupiter. And we also do have Pluto in the mix, and Pluto can bring lessons, beginnings and endings, transformation. But yeah, for some of you guys, there's a relationship that wants to make its way to you. However, if you're going to stay stuck in the old, then it can't, right? For others, this, and you'll know, okay? Don't just go leaving behind a relationship if it's not, I mean, you'll know if this is what this is about, right? Because this will have been something that you have been fighting, desiring, fearing. This is something that is going to cause you to grow. This is about you choosing happiness. All right, so we got the 4 swords on the bottom. Make sure that you do what you need to do to go within, to quiet your mind. This is where we get clarity, answers. This is meditation, right? It's also about rest and recuperation, renewal, taking time by yourself in solitude to be with yourself, to understand yourself. But yeah, some of you guys may be having a proposal come in if you get on board here, if you choose to nourish that aspect. All right, so again, how can you get into what it feels like after you drop this resistance? What that desired outcome feels like, Leo. I'm going to get a couple angel cards to wrap this up. Thank you guys again for liking and sharing. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Drop in the comments. Let me know you're here. Do make sure you are subscribed. All the things, all the things. All right, Leo. Advice for my Leo. Am I taking these? I just felt like there was a couple more here. I think we're good now. All right. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, we've got abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it'll always be one day away from you. Okay, and this is the key here. Listen close. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that's what you will experience. So listen, see, feel, speak that desired outcome. Feel the vibration of it now, as if it's already here. And you will magnetize that shit to you. All right. We've got a windfall of abundance. Lots of abundance here. Doesn't surprise me because we have the Wheel of Fortune out here, right? And we have the nourishment energy, which is a beautiful energy of abundance as well. We've got an increase of abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your health, life purpose, and charitable work. Successful funding. Your ideas guided, divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into a reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Just expect that the available successful funding, I feel like this is specifically for someone or someone's, but if you're letting money get in the way, don't, right? Just expect for it to turn up because it's going to, right? Some of you guys may be too focused on debt right now, right? Remember, worrying is just worshiping the problem. I actually just created a meme like this on my Facebook. It says your self-care involves removing heavy burdens of financial and emotional debts from your life. You will already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and by making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Right? That's what we were literally what this reading was about. It's about making that plan to clear the resistance, right? By seeing it, feeling it, experiencing it as already happened. And I think a lot of these debts are emotional. Definitely could be some financial debts here that are lingering. And the second part of this is by facing them, by making a plan to, even if it's like, I'm going to pay $10 a month or whatever, right? It's going to be different for everybody. Some of you guys don't have money debts, but some of you pushing it off. And in fact, if you were to just make a plan, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel a lot lighter. All right. We've got partnership. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings much needed skills and resources, Leo. And last but not least, cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your week, month.